New Thought Media Network proudly presents the Global Heart of Peace's Peace Party. Celebrate the many paths to peace. Explore an exciting life of peace. Embody joyous peace. Come to our weekly Peace Party, Mondays at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on New Thought Media Network. www.ntmedia.org.
Welcome to Peace Party, brought to you by Global Heart of Peace Initiative. My name is Reverend Lauren Martin, and I am the chairperson for Global Heart of Peace. I'm also standing in today for Reverend Katie Roxburgh, who will be here instead on September 29th, so we look forward to having her then. We are here to celebrate the many aspects of peace and explore how exciting a life full of peace and joy can be. Today, I will be talking about a kind of difficult subject. I will be discussing how to love those we love to hate. All right, so let's just take a deep breath. Just be here for a moment with me and trust that by the end, I will help you understand why this is so important, because I know this is really difficult, but it is so needed right now. We are in a world that is divided and is in turmoil and is in stress. We have so many people who have forgotten the truth that we are all one, we are all connected, we are all God. We have so much separation going on right now that people are acting out of fear and hurt and negativity and anger and jealousy instead of out of love. So I want to start with this by taking a look at what I mean by love, because that is a very big concept. And for a lot of us, we are taught to believe that love is a bigger form of liking somebody. And the truth is, love and like are not the same thing. I can choose to love you and not like you. I am not saying that love means that we have to accept bad behavior. We have to accept things that are hurtful. We have to accept that things are what we don't believe in, or accept hurt that we see happening to people and condone it and to approve it. That is not love. In this sense, what I want us to focus on as love is to remember to see the God in everyone. It isn't about approval or acceptance of anybody who hurts us. In fact, you are always at choice. If somebody is hurting you, somebody is hurting somebody you care about, they do not have to be part of your life. You don't have to be exposed to them. They are not needed in your bubble. You can love them from afar. And it is tricky. And especially when we have people in our lives who think different than we do, who see things differently than we do, who say things that are horrible, or we know somebody who does something that we don't approve of, or acts out of desperation or fear and is so hugely seeking some kind of approval and guidance, but they don't know how to get it. So I want us to practice this. And so I'm going to give you some skills and some steps on how to practice loving those people who are easier to hate, because hating does not solve anything. We are at a point right now where we are at a crossroads, and there's a choice. This world right now is craving an up-leveling of consciousness. It is craving a better understanding of unity and community and of oneness. But if we keep pumping in hate and disapproval and fear into the collective consciousness, we will bring our society down. So since we are people who study these ideas and work in our consciousness and work in love and peace and enjoyment and in oneness and in wholeness and a world that works for everyone, it is our responsibility to make the change in ourselves to focus on love. So, how do we do this? I'm going to suggest that you practice first on somebody you don't know, a celebrity that irritates you. Now, please pick somebody who is irritating, or you don't like something they did, or somebody you read about in the newspaper, or even better, a character in a TV program that just irritates you to no end. Pick them first. Don't try to love the person who is number one on your list of least liked person, or the person who has, in your mind, hurt you the most or does the most damage, because that's going to take a lot of work to build up to. So pick a character in a show that you're watching that just is despicable, and start by seeing their humanity. And by this, I mean, look at their actions. Are they acting out of fear? Are they acting out of a sense of lack or insecurity? Is there something that you can see in their life that might be causing them to act in a desperate manner instead of taking moments, breaks, and consciously making decisions? See if you can see the wounded inner child. See if you can see somebody who is looking for help or crying out for some kind of support but doesn't know how. So many of the people who do things out of desperation or out of fear or out of hurt spaces, when they hurt others, it's not what they want to be doing. It is really an act of desperation when they can't see any other solution. So we want to practice assuming positive intent. Once we can see that they might be a wounded child, they might be somebody who's never experienced love and doesn't know how to ask for it, then we can start seeing the God in them again and realize that every single person on this planet right now has a reason to be here. We may not understand that reason. We may not be able to see that reason. And some of us, which is a theory that is out there, come down here in agreement with others to be the aggressor to our victim, or we are the aggressor to their victim. We are here to expand our soul's consciousness. We are here to grow and experience new things. Sometimes people come to this world at specific times because they are here to shift us, to push us in one way or another, to make us wake up and see the change that's needed. But this change can't happen when we are pumping in that same energy that they are. So we work on seeing that God presence and that person as a divine being, even if they can't see it in themselves. So many of these people who are encouraging separation at a society level are experiencing separation internally. They're not connected with their divine purpose or themselves or an understanding of who they are. They're lost. So we love them, but we don't love them for them. We love them for ourselves. Because when we bring in the hate, when we bring in the hurt, when we bring in the victim mentality, we have no peace. We can't get to peace and have hate exist at the same time within us. So we practice love. We practice seeing the God in those that others struggle to see the God in. We see the unique divinity expressing through them when they can't see it in themselves. We practice love as if it was forgiveness, because it's the same type of energy. We don't forgive for the other person. We forgive for ourselves, to heal ourselves, to make ourselves whole. And the most amazing thing about this is if I practice love and I do this with somebody I don't know, I all of a sudden start to be able to see the people in my life through these same lenses. I can start to see my family and my friends and people on the street and strangers who are being rude and people that affect my day in a negative manner as God instead of as somebody that I need to be angry at. So I protect my peace and I learn how to create boundaries for myself when I'm around them. So my relationships become healthier. I become healthier. And in turn, I create that vessel and that safe space for all of those people who are struggling and hurting to be able to feel safe enough to find their God within them again. So we all need to make a conscious effort to see that God in everyone. And if we decide that we need to stand up for the rights of somebody because they are being unjustly treated and we want to be there for them, we come with love. We come with seeing the God in the other. We bring that container with us and we expand it to wrap around everybody we encounter. And this is how we elevate the consciousness of our society instead of letting it fall down into a place that is led by fear and hate. And I know this is a lot to ask. I know this is hard. I know it is so easy right now to react in a way that is less than loving. But that's a reaction, not a conscious choice. So let's make conscious choices to be better at loving, to protect our peace, to spread love, to spread peace through being able to remember we are all one, we are all valid, we are all necessary, and we are all God. So I really appreciate your patience with me with this. I know this was a little bit of a difficult topic, and if you do need support with anything, please reach out to somebody to get the support you need with this, because it's a hard idea. And if you're in a place where you're in pain and you need to feel your pain, feel it first, but move to love when you can. So thank you for joining us today as we explored a unique aspect of peace and hopefully introduced you to a new way of looking at how to obtain peace for yourself and others. Please join us next week at 5 p.m. Mountain Time for Reverend Casey Veit with the secret art of mindfulness. May you dance in the joy of a peace-filled life.